adventure.
Hi. So this next video we wanted to do, we thought was pretty important and might give you a little insight into RV life and whether the RV lifestyle is for you.
So we're going to talk about 10 things that we have more of and 10 things we have
Less of.
Okay, so I'd be happy to start.
Yes, go for it.
I'm going to go with sleep.
So we have more sleep now. So we're able to sleep in a little later, go to bed when we want if we're tired. We don't have to worry about that messing up our schedule, our work schedules, taking care of business back at the home. Our sleep time, our time period, is more flexible in the RV life.
Because we used to get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Because we had to go to work.
Yes.
And now we get up at 7.
Yeah.
I used to hope we'd get one more hour sleep.
I know.
I said if we get one more hour, that'll be 30 hours a month. That's a lot of sleep.
And we were so excited for the weekend to come so that we could stay in bed an extra hour.
Yeah, but now we're getting clearly lots more sleep. How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, me feeling
for
good
sure.
too. Right.
The next thing we have more of is time.
A lot more time.
We have time to do the things that are important to us, the time to just relax and turn off things that aren't as important. We've learned to reevaluate things and be able to relax more and do things that we enjoy, hobbies and fun things.
When did we have time to work?
I don't know.
That was just, yeah. Okay, the next, I'm cheating. I got a list. The next thing we have more of is knowledge.
Yes.
A lot more knowledge. So as we travel, we seek out all these different places, and not just the big places. We seek out the kind of obscure roadside oddity type of things, Americana, and of course we Google things. We're not as smart as we look. So we kind of do a little history class on wherever we're going and learn about it. And it's not just to share the info, it's actually kind of fascinating for us to find out what the deal is with some of these places.
Yeah, we learn a lot.
We would never know, other than that, why this is here and why, what it's all about. So
yeah, we've learned so much just seeing everything
cool.
and reading about the places we go to.
And remember, your brain is a muscle, so you're exercising that muscle as you're gaining knowledge, and so the next item
is exercise. Yay! And along with exercise goes energy. So when you exercise more, you feel better and you do have more energy to get through your day. And sitting in our sticks and bricks, we were not exercising nearly enough or as much as we wanted to. Free time, we would run out and try to get a walk in or do something because the exercise feels so good and it energizes you, and you feel like you have so much more energy and you're able to do so much more during your day.
For sure. And this, we get it. There's those that say, well, you have to figure out working and exercising. And honestly, because I like to keep real honest about this, when I'm done working for the day, because I did a real physical job, I exercise. It's not something I'm probably going to go to.
Yeah, you're pooped at the end of the day. You just want to sit down and watch some Netflix or relax. And we find out that just living this lifestyle, instead of just letting the dogs out into the fenced backyard, we walk them many times a day. We're walking to and from the offices. We're walking to and from activities. We're going places that involve hikes and walks like a few times a week.
Yeah.
So we are getting a lot more exercise, and it's awesome. Yeah. You feel so much better.
You do feel so much better. Next item is money.
Yes.
Now this is kind of a mixed bag, because a lot of people that go out RVing say, well, I spent way more money than I thought. It's not the same. And I thought it was going to be cheap, but there's some expenses. And the people that are weekend warriors,
they go out to eat a lot, and they're there for a short time, and they're there to experience everything, and they pay the admissions everywhere, and they everything costs a lot more for them in that lifestyle. But when you're living this full time, you learn to budget better, and you just don't have all those bills and utilities we had. We don't have things like cable like we had at the house. Everything, our bills have been reduced greatly.
And when we do seek out things to do and in the area and stuff, we typically look for free things to do.
We do.
Because, I mean, you got to think about this. You're not working. You're not looking for super entertainment. I mean, every day is good.
Yeah, every day.
You don't have to get up and go to work.
Beautiful.
So, you
Yeah.
know, we appreciate the sunrise and the sunset and, you know, a bird flying by or whatever. But,
Yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
So we don't really seek out the big expensive things. It's not that we don't do those things, because we do, but
do,
we
but
treat ourselves
in moderation.
more.
Yeah,
we
for
treat
sure.
ourselves more.
What's our next thing? Oh, this is a funny one. This is a bonus one. We will add this kind of as a number 11 point. We have more toilet paper. So during the toilet paper apocalypse, during COVID, we knew we would be RVing, and we joke about it all the time because we ordered cases of RV or marine safe toilet paper off Amazon. So we always joke about how we're traveling around with cases and cases of toilet paper. We have more than we'll need in a couple years, for sure.
Well, we didn't want to be out in the middle of nowhere with nowhere to wipe our arse, right? So we said,
that
you know,
was kind of a joke, just you know, a little lightheartedness. But it's true. We have so much toilet paper. We'll never use it all.
We don't feel that bad about it, because we found out, being down in the Southwest, there's not a lot of trees, so there's not a lot of leaves. So we may have needed that toilet paper, but you know, I got cases of it.
Yeah.
So if you need toilet paper, let me know.
Yeah, hit us up. Next real item.
Yeah. The next one is memberships and apps, and we started out this journey, and we actually kind of recommend this, that when you head out on the road, don't feel like you have to have everything you need, including apps and memberships. You got to kind of feel it out, because we literally felt like, you know, we will never do 1,000 trails because we don't want to be pigeonholed into certain campgrounds all the time. And our feelings on that evolved over time.
For sure.
And so now, guess what?
Yeah, 1,000 trails.
Yeah.
And we have so many memberships and apps we are currently using. We use the Roadside America to research oddities and things in our area. We have Camp Indium and the Dirt for campsites and camp places. We use Good Sam. We use we currently have AAA. We use the fuel rewards program.
Yep.
So, and we've also joined the National Park Pass and Harvest Hosts, and the list goes on and on. We have so many memberships. And
Now you may say, that sounds like a lot of work, but we don't work. So we got time to research and find the best places to go and the best apps to use.
Yeah, it's all good, because it's all ways to save money when you're on the road.
Yeah, and if you spend the time researching these things, you will save significant amounts of money.
So we do have a lot more apps and memberships, for sure.
Yeah. The next thing we have
more quality time together, Jeff and I. So raising our kids in our home, we didn't feel like we had a lot of alone time, if you will. Date nights were sparse and not often enough.
But they were fun.
They are fun.
Yeah, we get date night.
And every day is like date night together now. We do activities together. We hang out together. I feel like we've learned so much more about each other, and just...
Well, we're living in a 300 square foot house.
Yeah, living in the small space. We do have a lot more quality time together, and it's something I really appreciate. I don't know. I hope you feel the same.
Can I just add something
Sure.
off subject about
Sure.
RV life? And this is just a real quick thing, but everybody, this question actually comes up a lot. How do you go from a 2,000 or bigger square foot house to 350 square feet? It just doesn't feel like a small house.
Yeah.
It feels like we got plenty of room, and we spend a lot more time outside, and the square footage outside
Yeah, for
is
sure.
endless. So, okay, anyway, so let's go to the next thing here. Oop. Okay, there we go. Steffi, that's yours.
Oh, creativity. This is a big one. So you learn to problem solve when you're an RVer. There are so many things that come up along the way where you got to figure out how to fix them or do them with what you have on hand. Since you don't have a full garage and a shed, and you get creative fixing things, you know, you learn how to fix something leaking, or you creative solutions for problems that may come up. And you have such a small space, you have storage, creativity, you have just little things like keeping a window latch shut with a twist tie, or you do become very creative in this life. You also learn to like cook with what you have on hand, because you don't want to be running out to the store all the time, you know, which was a normal occurrence at our Sticks and Bricks house, where
Sure.
we'd want to make something for dinner, we'd have to run up to the store and get what we needed. But in the RV life, that's not so much, and we've learned to get really creative with what we have on hand and use what we have on hand.
Yeah. Now, in regards to the RV life, and a lot of people get nervous because, you know, they've got this mobile home and everything. But honestly, short of being a diesel or a hydraulics expert, you can really figure out this stuff. Because, I mean, I was always kind of a handyman, but none of this stuff's all different than normal handyman type of stuff. But you can figure stuff out. So being creative to figure out what the problem is and how to fix it is really not that hard, and shouldn't
For sure.
intimidate you at all, because you can figure it out. I mean, we had that big water leak.
Yeah.
And that's another video, but man, there was water everywhere, but you know, we just backtracked and figured it out, and we solved it.
And our broken
Yeah.
fireplace, you
Yeah.
know, we didn't want to go through the whole warranty process, and it would hold up our travels and lifestyle, so we figured out a solution. So you get really creative
Right.
to that aspect.
Right. The next item is, and final item, is friends.
Yes, you get so many more friends.
Yeah.
You're not stuck in the same house, in the same neighborhood, surrounded by the same people. It changes every week or 2 weeks or however often you move, and you meet all new neighbors. And you keep in touch with these people, you text with them. We have constant interaction with new people, and we've met people through our YouTubing and our memberships, and again, just neighbors at our parks.
And the good thing about the RV lifestyle, it's like a big giant focus group, because everybody is RVing. So we have, you know, typically all the same interests.
Yeah,
and,
everyone's here for the same
yeah,
reason.
Yeah, and this is everything.
You find
from,
out you have so much in common with most of these people, because
Yeah, it's
they're
amazing.
living the same style of life you are.
Yeah, and you literally, on the friend end of it, you switch parks, and you're gonna run into them again.
Yeah, you do.
So we always say we'll see you down the road, you know.
Yeah.
And it's really fun meeting up with people that we haven't seen
For sure.
for a while, so that's fun.
So now we're going to discuss the 10 things you have less of in RV life.
Okay.
So, the number
one.
one thing we have less of is stress. We have
Times 100.
Oh yes, everything's just kind of like.
Yeah.
And you know, some people might argue they have more stress RVing, whatever, but our previous lives led to a lot of stress, and we have alleviated so much of that.
Now there's
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a learning curve here, because
Yeah.
the first couple weeks when you head out on the road,
Yeah, that can be a little stressful.
they're gonna be a little stressful. And
Where
I'll be
you're
honest with
learning
you.
all your systems and how to do things, and
Yeah, and you know, you're pulling around a pretty expensive piece of equipment here
For
in
sure.
your tiny house, and you're just freaking out that you're gonna hit something, or you know. But after a while, you get so comfortable. It's very second nature, and
yeah.
don't let the size of trailers and things like that intimidate you, because it's not hard. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but the stress just goes away after a couple weeks,
It
and
does.
it's just
yeah.
fun.
And if you're able to leave a job behind and do this without working, of course, every job is stressful in whatever way. So that's
Yeah.
a huge, you know, de-stressor as is. What do you have next? for
Okay,
us?
bills.
Less bills.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
What are bills?
I don't know. So the only bills we have on a regular basis are like our cell phone bills and our Netflix subscription and insurance for the car and RV.
Technically, although no one's going to do this, you could, you know, get rid of the phone and get rid of the Netflix
Yeah,
and not
you
have those
could.
bills even.
Yeah.
But those are the real back to nature folks.
Yeah, as far as, you know, like all the utilities, the garbage bills, the electric bill, the water bill, unless you're full timing at a specific
What about the
park
mortgage?
and you have an electric bill, you don't have that. You don't have the mortgage.
What about the taxes?
Some people have
Property
RV and truck
taxes.
payments, or, you know, some sort of auto payment for that, for this lifestyle. But if you don't, you're just shedding this huge weight.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
But if you do have payments on your RV or you know, your vehicle, and you still want to travel and you know how to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, you only live once,
Yep.
right? Next thing is we have less space.
Shocker, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Living in this.
But how much space is actually used in a typical American home?
Yeah.
Really used.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure.
You have your bedroom, you have the kitchen table, and you have a couch in front of a TV.
And
That's all you need.
technically, those could all be in the same room because you
Right.
can live just as comfortably in a studio apartment. So this is like a one-bedroom apartment. We just drive around with us,
Yeah,
or one-bedroom home, and you don't need that much space. We're living comfortably in here. I mean, we're coming up on a 1-year
Yeah.
mark in a month or two, and
Yeah.
we have no problem living in here. And we went from a 2,000 square foot house to this, and we're just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of room. That was a big concern for both of us at first. Was it's so small, but it's not. Once you get used to it after the first couple of weeks, it's cozy. It's super cozy.
And you can decide if you want to completely downsize or get a storage unit or whatever. If the storage unit works, go for it. If you want to get rid of everything and just keep a small amount of personal things, is what we did. We found it very freeing, and it felt good to get rid of all the extra junk in our lives. So that's the route we took.
So the next thing we have
Isn't
less
bills
of.
and debt the same thing?
Yeah, well, we personally have less debt. Getting rid of our mortgage, when we were able to sell our house, and we did sell the house, and we paid off, car payments, RV payments, etc., so that we could go on the road
Sold
with
a car?
that free filling. Yeah, we sold one of our cars, and just getting rid of all that, we started on our journey pretty debt free, and that was the beauty of being able to sell the house. Now, some people may go into this with some debt, but for us personally, it was a debt-freeing experience.
And it's been nice having one car, which
Yeah.
most American families haven't had since 1952.
Right?
Right? So,
Yeah.
so, it's kind of nice having one car. I mean, if Stephanie's got to go someplace, there's a car.
Yeah,
if
we
we
just
go
go.
together, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We don't work. We don't need two cars. Okay, the next thing is shopping and consumerism. Yeah, now you're not
We have
talking
lots
about,
less of that.
you're not talking about that big, huge warehouse place that starts with an A, right?
No, never.
Yeah.
We
and we
love
still hit that
Amazon.
place.
Yeah,
We still hit that place.
yeah.
You can't beat the service. I mean, they deliver,
But we have less space to put stuff, which in turn is less buying. So when you live in a sticks and bricks house and you have your closet, your walk-in closet, you have spare rooms, whatever, you buy
Yeah.
stuff because you have room for it. You buy 20 shirts because you have room for 20 shirts. But
And let's be honest, when you're flat outright bored, what do you do?
yeah, you pop onto
You shop.
Amazon and shop, or
Yeah.
you look for something you've been really wanting and dreaming of, and
Yeah.
putting money towards. But when you're in this life, you just don't want to carry it around with you. You don't want it taking up that space or being that extra weight in your RV, so you don't shop.
That part of that satisfaction in your brain that feels good when you buy something for a couple days after you got it,
Yeah.
you've lost that because you're enjoying your life in a different sort of way. So
And
you
this
don't need to
goes-
buy stuff.
This goes for groceries too, where we used to be the once a week shoppers
Mm-hmm.
when we had our home. But now we've gotten down to every other week. We've been able to stretch it almost 3 weeks on grocery trips
Yeah.
because we try to use what's on hand before we buy more. So yeah, the consumerism and shopping has really gone down for us.
And it's kind of fun to make your dinners and stuff with what you got, especially with what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
We might have to get even more creative. Next one is
Oh, my favorite. Less housework and less cleaning in the RV life.
Yep.
So I am not cleaning a 2,000 square foot house anymore. I am cleaning a less than 300 square foot house now. And one bathroom versus, 2 or 3 big bathrooms. One set of sheets instead of all the sheets.
Right.
The list goes on. And that goes for yard work too.
Yeah, we don't do any
have
yard
to
work.
maintain any yard work. The sites are ready when we pull in, and if something's not good, like tree branches or whatever, the park will come over and cut them for you. Have less yard work, less cleaning, and if it's not your favorite thing, check out the RV life.
Right. Less cleaning, more time to have fun.
That's true.
Yeah. Next thing is waste, garbage, footprint, which kind of goes with consumerism and buying extra stuff and so forth. So we actually, lowered our carbon footprint.
Yes, for sure.
sure.
We use
We
less.
even have solar, so we use some solar.
Yeah, we
which is
use
fun.
less. We have less waste. We have one little garbage can we empty every other day, and yeah, we feel good about that. We figured out the Berkey and the water situation, so we don't have
That was huge.
all the water bottles. We've
Yeah,
cut
that's just a
back
lot of
on like
plastic.
sodas and cans.
Yep.
So yeah, this whole lifestyle has gone to less waste
For sure,
us.
for sure, yeah.
What's our next
Repetitiveness,
one?
I'm not sure about that one, what that was about.
We have less repetitiveness,
What's that mean?
meaning we aren't doing the same thing every day. We aren't going to the same job every day. We're not going to the same restaurants.
Oh,
when we
groundhog
eat out.
syndrome.
Yeah,
Groundhog
Groundhog
syndrome.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We aren't going to the same places for entertainment, seeing the same things, walking the same walks, doing the same hikes, because
Yeah.
everything's new everywhere we go.
Yeah, everything's new wherever we
And
go.
that's good for people that might be a little stir crazy and bored in their surroundings. This lifestyle is for you because it's always something new all the time, every day.
Now, a lot of people are good going to the same 4 restaurants and doing the same job for 46 years,
Yeah.
But, and all the power to you. It's just, if you want to do this lifestyle, this is going to be really fulfilling in a million different ways. So
For sure.
highly recommend the RV life. And we have one more, and I can,
Go for it.
yeah. We have much less rain and bad weather.
Clouds, snow. And that is another beauty of the RV life. You can go wherever you want to go.
For
Be
sure.
in whatever weather you want to be. We choose not to be in winter and snow. I know some people like that.
If you like that, great.
Yeah.
It's just everybody has a different idea what the
we
RV
choose
life.
sun.
We choose to chase the sun, and just to give you an example, today, where are we? Maricopa,
No, Casa Grande,
Casa Grande,
Arizona.
and it's
It's in the 80s.
in the 80s, and I know a lot of,
March.
and I
In March.
hate doing this because we're not trying to rub it in at all,
But this is the life
This
we
is
chose.
what you get if
Yeah.
you do this.
And you can choose
follow the
whatever
sun.
area you want to be in. If you want to remain in the central area, so you have choice, and that's huge for us. It was like number 1 on our list was less rain, less storms, less wind, less winter.
less grayness,
Yeah,
more sunshine.
and we saved that for last because it is such a big thing for us. So.
But this is the thing, we've covered maybe half of the country so far, more or less, and every state has amazing, wonderful things, and we never knock any place in the country because every state has some very special things. The most special thing we like is the sun. So we even joke about it. If the forecast is for overcast for 3 days, we might have to leave. We don't, but we were all excited to go to the Grand Canyon, and it was like
and
a
then
big
it
part of our
started
trip.
snowing there, and so we had to reschedule.
So we said, yeah, that's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
And that was just as much about the cold and snow as it was about towing through mountainous zones with bad weather. We don't want any part of that. So it's been great that way.
So the RV life does lead to a lot of flexibility, and lots of change, lots of new stuff. And if that sounds good to you and you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments. We'd love to talk more about it or give guidance in any way that we can. We love to hear from you guys, and we look forward to it. So.
And there is a million ways to do this, I mean, you can have a vehicle, a van, excuse me, a Class C, Class A, Class B, whatever it is. But if you can figure it out financially, it's worth it times a million. It's just fantastic lifestyle. We love it.
For
Love
sure.
it. Love it.
So if you like this video, hit the like button.
Smash.
Don't forget to subscribe to Jeff and Steph's Excellent Adventure. We're always bringing you new videos, and we love to hear from you guys.
All
so
right.
feel free to leave something in the comments for us.
Yeah. Look
And we
forward to
hope
hearing from
you
you.
are all well and making it through the winter.
Yeah.
Take
Love
care.
you guys.
Take care.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.